Yo guys, Theo here on Common Sense. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I must face my fear, and then only I will remain. Only I, as in the highest and truest version of myself, the one that didn't shy away from difficulty, the one that didn't shy away from adversity, the one that felt the fear, that was scared as hell, and still did a thing in order to level up and grow and become the new highest and truest version of themselves. I refuse to be the lesser version of myself, the one that chooses convenient comfort just because it's convenient and easy and never grows, just stays in the same place. That's how I used to deal with life, guys, and it took me to hell. Those daily panic attacks that had me on the brink of suicide. I overcame them, and since then I've decided I refuse to choose convenient comfort again, because I know where it leads. Most people these days, guys, they choose convenient comfort over uncomfortable growth and achieving goals. But let me tell you right now, all goals worth achieving, everything you ever wanted in life, is always on the other side of adversity, of discomfort, something you're afraid of, you're going to have to do to accomplish those things. Do you understand? And on this channel, I talk about what I'd call the general difficulties, the ones that a lot of people struggle with, that I've sort of become a master of myself. You know, the fitness stuff, the training, the diet, the fasting, the going to bed on time, the taking time to do these little things and going outside and getting sunlight and avoiding all the bullshit things, the alcohol, the sweets, the candy, the treats, whatever your vice is. Those are things that, well, a lot of people struggle with, and also things that everyone should get in control of to some extent. Everyone should train, everyone should eat healthy, everyone should sleep enough, etc. But that's not only what it's about. That's not my only message on this channel, to lift weights and eat good and fast sometimes. It is face the difficult, what's difficult for you, in order for you to become the highest and truest version that you can be and achieve your goals. Do you understand? So I've come to realize recently that during these 4 years plus that I've been doing this uncommon sense bit, I've grown at it. I've faced a lot of fears and difficulty. I've worked very, very, very hard on myself, and I've become much stronger. But I've known for a couple of years now that I don't want to be here. I feel like something is lacking where I am at. Like, don't get me wrong, I like this place. There's a lot of things I always love with it, and I'll always want to come back. But I have sort of become the master in my environment. A lot of the things that once were difficult for me, when I got into training, it was not easy. Fixing my diet, it was not easy. Getting better routines with sleep and that, it was not easy. Starting to meditate, it's not easy. Doing cold showers, it's not easy. Sauna meditation, it's not easy. I can go on, but at this point, I would be lying to myself if I said, that it would still be easier to just lie on the couch and not do those things. It's still more difficult, but I would be lying to myself if I told myself anything else than that these things are just sort of a little difficult sometimes to me. I become the master of the things I do and of my environment. So for a couple of years now, I've known that I want to move. I want to be somewhere else, and up until this point, I don't feel like I've been out of fear avoiding it. I've actually been thinking about, like, where do I want to go? What will that have to look like? And I've been working on building up my personal business so that I'm not location dependent with my online coaching. Get to a place where I actually know that it doesn't matter where I am, because I'll be able to make a living from that. So at this point now, if I put up moving anymore, I'd be choosing convenient comfort over uncomfortable growth. Because, guys, don't you think that I'm very, very terrified of moving? Like, I have in myself overall, I have good self-esteem. I have good confidence in my ability to get work done and overcome the struggle. But thinking about it, I'm standing in for here a completely new situation. I've traveled quite a bit in my life, but I've never lived somewhere else like that. Don't you think that I'm afraid? I'm scared of going somewhere, being somewhere new where I don't really know how things work differently. Being alone in that kind of place, And I've not been worrying about money for a long time, but all of a sudden there's another pressure for me to keep the money coming in so that I can be there, And all of a sudden I feel this fear of having to provide for myself. And the reason I feel this fear is why I must go now. That's why I must go. I cannot choose convenient comfort again. I was thinking about this earlier today, and I almost started crying at the thought of going back to that. It was terrible. It was suffering. And not for everyone it will explode into panic attacks like it did for me, but no one is going to be happy. No one's going to be there at the end of their life, their one life they've been given, and think, oh, well, at least I didn't take any risks. Well, at least I always took the safe options. Well, at least, I didn't reach my goals and my highest dreams, but at least I did it the safe way. At least I did a comfortable thing. At least the ride was a smooth ride. Do you think that life is about surviving, just being safe? Or is it about thriving, overcoming challenges so that you gain the things that you'd like, that you reach your goals, you accomplish your dreams? Which one will it be? This is what I coach, guys. It's on the surface, don't get me wrong. It's an important part of everyone's process. The health, the physical stuff. To summarize it, the most important stuff. Just getting your habits in order. That you are someone that trains, take care of your health like that. You are someone that eats mainly to nourish their body and not for pleasure. You are someone that chooses to not just stay up late because it's fun, to stimulate yourself with YouTube videos or whatever it is that you stay up late doing, and just go to bed so that you're fresh and ready to give it your all the next day. All these things are important for everyone, and I'm very knowledgeable and good at them, and that's something I bring to my coaching clients as well. But I'm not a trainer, I'm not an online fitness coach. I am what will I call myself? The Solar Knight. Well, I am the Solar Knight, and I have the Solar Knight Academy, and I help you become the solar version of you. And it just so happens that the solar version of you also looks good as hell. It's very, jacked and stacked or bootylicious. Because the external is just a reflection of the internal work you've done. If you look good on the outside, it means that you are good on the inside. And so the things I bring to my clients is we don't only talk about, how do we change the training program? How should we change the diet? Yeah, we talk about strategies around those things, but the reason people fail to accomplish results like I've done with those things is most of the time not that they don't know anything about what they should do. Maybe they don't have the detailed knowledge that I have, but most people know, if you're skinny fat, for instance, you know that you should be hitting the gym more, and you know that you should be eating better food, and you probably know that you should sleep better, all this shit, What you don't know is why you fail to do these things. When you think, now I'm gonna do it, and you fail somehow, you don't understand why you do that and how to change that. And that's where I come in. That's what I do with people. I help them create a life process that leads to them becoming the person they want to be on every level. I've helped people, my clients, I've not helped them only with losing weight and building muscle, getting stronger. I've helped them overcome addictions to food, eating, to alcohol, to weed, to porn, masturbation, and just a woman addiction for the guys, But fear of, I help them overcoming fears, like facing just fear of judgment in different ways, facing fear of talking to the other sex, for instance. I guess you could summarize it in that I help people change in the way that they need to accomplish the goals that they want. And you see that even if you have some goals that I don't have, for instance, for you personally, some of the things that I do you should be doing, and I understand some things about how people work. I talk to people about their careers, like careers that I am not involved in, but I understand the general mindset that has to go into it, right? And I talk to people with like relationship situations that I don't have the exact same ones, but I can understand enough about how people and relationships and communication works, etc. Do you understand? And this is what I've done on this channel all this time. Really, my core message has been quite the same. It's just that I understand it better and better, and I get better and better at expressing it. But it is quite hard, guys, to, like, with someone like me that you see that is, you know, ripped, jacked, does a lot of hard training and is on point with the diet and fasting, to make people understand that it's about so much more than just knowing how to train, knowing how to eat, knowing how to fast. It's being able to do those things. So, and in order to do that, you have to understand you, how you work, and what works for you, and how you have to change in order to be able to do these things that lead you to your goals. So I guess I'll end the video here, guys. It's quite inspired. I have so many things on my mind, but you know, let me comment. Anything you thought about during this video, please let me know. I'd love to. I want to talk more about these kinds of subjects. I really want to establish more clearly to you guys what it is I actually try to teach you here, and so then you know, so that you understand what you should try to take with you from this channel, or if you actually want to become one of my clients and work with me directly in the Solar Night Academy. I have got to become better at telling you guys, but you can DM me on Instagram or email me. The information is in the description here. I will put out, you know, I'm always open to taking on clients here and there, but I will, you know, actively collect a few for the next year. Then I will offer some free time this year if you sign up for like an amount next year. So we have kind of like a soft start, you know, start putting our mind, you know, focusing, looking to the future. I always, lately, I have all these Swedish expressions I just don't find in English. But, you know, you see, sort of preparing for the real work you're starting to do on yourself next year. So I'll be telling you more about that coming up. But if you're interested to know more already now, the information is in the description. So please comment and like. All comments and likes help support the channel, so I appreciate it a lot. Check out the Solar Night merch store, by the way, if you want to support and actually get something back. Link is in the description for that too. Please consider becoming a Patreon to support me and the work I do. And please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, stoicism, mental health, philosophy, relationships, growth, becoming the best fucking you that you can be. Okay, guys, I'll see you later. Peace.